Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for the organizer for being here and for the invitation. My name is KALMAN SZALAI. I'm the Secretary of Action and Protection Foundation, which is a foundation established by the major Jewish congregation of Hungary. It means the Orthodox community, the Neo community, and the Reform, American-based Reform community as well. Our organization established in 2012. It means this year we will have the 5th anniversary end of this year. Our major activity based on three pillars. The first is the legal activities. We give advice to the governmental decision makers regulating the crimes related to hate, and we have advocacy activity as well. The second is the research and survey. We have been publishing a monthly anti-Semitic incident monitoring report, and also publishing the anti-Semitic prejudice survey every year. The third one, which became a much stronger activity, is the education activities. We believe that lack of the knowledge is the main basis of the anti-Semitism in Hungary. So, therefore, we have education program for elementary school, for the high schools, for the college and the university curricula as well. And we have an established course, an own curricula for the police department related to the hate crimes and the nature of the hate and intolerance. So, as I mentioned, the research and the survey is one of our foundation major pillars in activities. So, on behalf of our organization, the Median Market Research Institute conducted an overall research in last year, November, about the relation of Hungarian society to the Jews. Within the question about the opinions related to Jews and frequency and strength of anti-Semitic prejudice related to Holocaust remembrance and associations related to Jews. So the research was conducted with a questionnaire, with personal interviews on a 1,200 panel, which can be seen, said it's representative samples, and all the respondents were above 18 years. And the whole research methodology was based on the András Kovács conception. András Kovács, he is the major academic actor in this field in Hungary and even in the international environment. What is the xenophobia in our meaning? So anti-Semitism is often the wider manifestation of xenophobia. Those who are more likely to reject Jews shows more aversion with other ethnic groups as well. So it means rejecting Jews is not, it's rejecting the different people, not especially the Jews. And the greater majority of the Hungarian society, being Jews, is just another form of being different, as I mentioned before. The quality generates the dislike toward Jews just as toward any form of otherness. So it means the majority of the Hungarian society hate the other people, not only Jews. We try to measure in this survey the social distance from certain groups. The question was, would not agree to have a neighbor. So, last 2 years, the migrants appeared on this questionnaire. They were the strongly rejected groups, as you see in the 83% last year. And, you know, the respondents identified them with another groups as well. So the migrants in the respondents' meaning, it's equal the Arabs and the blacks as well, as the people far from the Hungarian society. That's the migrants. But just go back. As you see, the Jewish has not a better position, just 30%. And when the migrants became and appeared on this chart, the other groups' result just increased. But the migrants take everything. So, the second chart is this is can be more essential of this whole survey. What is the ratio of anti-Semitic people in the Hungarian society? As I mentioned, we have a few years data. In this subject, we have 10 years data lines. So we can show some competitive analysis as well from last 10 years. As you see, 2006, there was 66% of the Hungarian population non-anti-Semitic. And there was a wave. 2011, it was just 60%. What happened? 2010, Jobbik, the far-right political party, became to the parliament position. I mean, you know, the whole phenomena just moved to the more anti-Semitic subjects in a political life. And then, 2016, two-thirds of the Hungarian society can be said non-anti-Semitics. One-third is anti-Semitics. What is this measurement? Those who agreed with the statement against Jews, we grouped in the category of non-anti-Semitism. It's not meaning they have no any anti-Semitic opinion, but mostly they rejected this statement. And those who agreed some of the statement are grouped as moderately anti-Semitic, and those who agreed with most of the statement are called strongly anti-Semitic. The statement was some stereotypes and some statement about Jews in a negative way. And we can see also one-third of the society is affected by some level of anti-Semitism. And one-fifth, 20% of the Hungarian society are strongly anti-Semitic. But the tendency is, shows some good feeling for us that last year, 2015 was 23%. So this 20% is a good advantage in our meaning. What is the party references with the anti-Semitism? As you see, the Jobbik, which is the neo-Nazi part in our definition, has 43% voters who are not anti-Semitic. It means anti-Semitic is not the very characteristic for certain political party or political side. In our meaning, making anti-Semitic messages to the voters, it has no benefits in the Hungarian society. Simply anti-Semitic rhetoric, it not makes a higher benefit for any political parties in Hungary. But there are, of course, 57% of the Jobbik voters they have anti-Semitic statements in their own. And the rest of the parties has no big difference. Fidesz, as a right-wing party, 66. MSP, it's a Hungarian social party. That's the left-wing party, biggest left-wing party. It's almost the same data, but the structure inside the anti-Semitic group is different. You know, in a right-wing party has more strong anti-Semitic voters than the left-wing parties. So, the ratio of those who agreed with the Holocaust denying and relativizing statement, that's the next interesting issue for us. Why? Because as you see on the chart, the last 10 years, the people who said that great majority of horrifying stories were made up by Jews afterwards, made up double the last 10 years. 2006, the red line, is just 9%, and 2015, it's 19%. It's double, more than double. The people who think the whole Holocaust story is made up by Jews. It raises up some really serious questions about the education. It's unavoidable, the education question. So we have to focusing more seriously to the Holocaust remembrance, and we have to prepare curricula, we have to work together with the education government that these subjects has to be built up into the Hungarian official curriculum. So let's tell you some summary about the whole surveys. There are three major statements, generally. Less people who watch a negative association to the Jews on their own than those who are categorized as strongly anti-Semitism based on their reaction to the Britain statement of the questionnaire. So it means the people did not find out themselves the anti-Semitic statements. But if they see some Britain prejudice statement, they can believe much easily that. So, the second, there was a perceptible difference between spontaneous anti-Semitism and the questionnaire-related responsiveness. It's almost the same. The people who read some stereotype statement about Jews, they can believe them much easily than if they have to find out something against the Jews. The meaning of this statement is anti-Semitism is rather a responsiveness than a stable state of mind, which is a really important statement as our meaning. So finally, let me give you some few data about the international environment and placing Hungarian anti-Semitism in the European circumstances. About the Holocaust remembrance, there is a question. The number of Jewish victims during the Holocaust was lower than is generally stated. This survey was conducted by ADL, 2015. Latvia and Hungary has the same result. But the Western European countries is completely different. And it shows the differences between the Western European countries' behavior to Holocaust and the Eastern European countries. So, I'm concerned that Jewish people, institution and symbol will be physically attacked. This 35% in Hungary, it's high, but much less than the Western European countries. This is related to the new anti-Semitism, which appears on Western European countries based on the perpetrators from the Muslim fundamental movements. So it means Hungary has an anti-Semitism. 1/3 of the Hungarian population can be said are anti-Semitic, but 2/3 are not at all. There are no serious physical threat to the Jewish community in Hungary, not as in Western European countries, and there is no political motivated anti-Semitism initiatives in the Hungarian society. Thank you for your attention. If you have any question, I am ready for answer it. And you can download all information were said in our website is tev.hu. You can download all the surveys and monitoring reports as well. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Kalman. Please take a seat here.